We're going to learn about solving two-step equations. Some of you already know how to do this. Two-step equations. And we're going to spend a couple days on this, the equations. And the important thing to know with this is that you go the opposite of the order. When you're solving equations, you use the opposite of the order of operations. And we're not doing parentheses and all that kind of stuff yet. So, you know, multiply, divide. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. We're going to go backwards when it deals with solving equations. So when you're solving equations, you'll go backwards because you're kind of unwrapping the present, right? And then when you go forward, you wrap back up, okay? So, say for example, I have let's get rid of this thing. Okay. I don't know where to hide this because when it hides, it disappears. So, let's solve 3x minus 2. Solve 3x minus 2 equals 4. And they'll say solve. And then they'll say and check, which a lot of you guys are not very good at. I know it's a pain in the neck to check things, but you really gotta. You have to do it, okay? Because it tells you your answer is right.
Very necessary.
Very necessary. So all I have to do when I'm solving a two-step equation is I take 2 steps instead of 1 step. All right? So the first step I want to do is, what you're trying to do is get x all by itself. Okay? So here I need to get rid of this 2, or I need to get rid of this 3. Which should I do first? Guys? First I want to get rid of the 2. How do I get rid of the 2? I add 2 to both sides. Okay? So now all I do is add 2 to both sides. 3x. And the reason I do that is because that goes away, and I get 3x equals 6. Now
So the first step is to undo that addition or subtraction.
first step is to do that addition or subtraction. Okay? So we get down to the next step. So, yes, divide by 3 is correct. Okay? So now I do my division, and this goes away, and I get x equals 2. So now I'm going to check because I like to. So I'm going to take the 2 and plug it in here. So I go, is 3 times 2 minus 2? Does that equal 4? And you go 3 times 2 is 6, minus 2 equals 4. I still don't know, but yes, 4 equals 4. So I did the problem correctly. So there's your check. Okay? Easy? All right. Let's do it again. Okay. 10 equals m over 4 plus 2. So this one's a little bit different. 10 equals, we have m over 4. M over 4 plus 2.
That's a great example.
Thank you. I stole it from the book.
That's okay, just because they freeze it for actions. So
Yeah.
you can't do.
Who can tell me what I want to do first? Yes. Jordan.
Minus the 2.
That's very good. Jordan said what she said is correct. You subtract the 2 from both sides. Okay, my only other option would be to multiply around that 4. And so I go like this, and I add these together, right? And I subtract, I mean, that makes 0, right? And down here I have m over 4 equals what? Takes, okay? How did I do that? Questions? Now what? Now what? Over here. Now what? What should I do next? Multiply by 4. Okay? So we're going to multiply both sides by 4. Okay? We're going to multiply this side by 4. Multiply this side by 4. And I get, boom, m equals 32. Okay? And now I want to check. And I want to see, is 10 equal to 32 divided by 4 plus 2? Okay? What's 32 divided by 4? 8 plus 2. Is 10 equal to 8 plus 2? Huh? Yes. So I got it. Easy, right? So now I like to do this once in a while. I'm going to give you a you try. Should I do a you try? You try. Here comes a you try. Here it comes. Get ready. You try. Okay. You. Yeah. You have to write it. First one who gets it gets valuable participation. We can't give you candy because that's bad for your teeth. And some of your parents might be dentists. And we don't want to risk it. We don't want to risk it, Kate. Okay. She subtracted 2 from both sides. Don't let me forget to start this thing. Why did I subtract 8 from that side? Because I meant to subtract 2. Okay? And I get 6a, this goes away, equals 8 minus 2, that's not very good equal sign, negative 10. Okay? And so then I divide both sides by 6, and I get a equals negative 10 over 6, which she then reduced to negative 5 over 3. And you should check that, but I'm not going to do it right now because I want to do another you try. Okay, you ready for you try? You try x over 9, x over 9, x over 9 equals minus 15. Equals, what do I have here? Negative 12. Is Morgan added 15 to both sides, and Morgan knows that when you add a negative and a positive, the positive, you take the sign of the larger number, right? So she gets x over 9, and you subtract, okay? So 15 plus negative 12 makes positive 3. And then you multiply, and if you didn't know that, use your dang calculator, okay? And then you go like this, and you get x equals 27, all right? Very nice. Now, I'm going to do one word problem, and then we're going to be done. Isn't that great? So let's see if I can find that word problem. Watch me go. Watch this. Watch how the technology, the magic of technology. Algebra 1, chapter, what chapter are we in? 2. Word, where's that from? 2-7, measure gauge. I know I did this last night. How do you see a word problem here? Measure, sample problem for a sheet, 2-step word problem. There it is. Okay. So I wrote this last night. I just copied it from your book. I'm telling you. 2-step word problem example. You are ordering 2 lit bulbs from a flower catalog. You have $14 to spend. Each bulb costs 75 cents for shipping. And no matter how many bulbs you order, it costs, oh wait, each bulb costs 75 cents. And shipping, no matter how many bulbs you order, costs $3. So shipping is always $3, right? How many bulbs can you order? Set up a two-step equation and solve. So what you really want to do, what you want to do is set up a variable. So you want to let x equal something. What should x be? No, not 75. X is called the variable. Good. So x is, what are you looking for? Yeah. How many bulbs? So x is the number of bulbs. Okay? Number of bulbs. So I'm going to set up an equation. Bulbs, not bulbs. All right? So you know that x has to be somewhere in the equation. What about x? How much does each bulb cost? 75 cents. So what do I do with that x and that 75? I multiply them, right? Because 75 cents per bulb, right? So 0.75 times x. Then what? What's my other cost? Plus $3, right? Because no matter how many bulbs you buy, it costs you 75, it costs you $3. Equals, how much do I have to spend altogether? 14. Good? 14. So there's your equation. You guys see where that comes from? Kinda? Don't skip the word problems. Don't skip the word problems because they are important. What should I do first to solve this? How about someone else? How about you? Who's that? Can you tell me what I would do first? Landon. You know what I should do first? How about Alana? Do you know what I should do first? You subtract 3. Very nice. Subtract 3, subtract 3. Okay. Whoops. That's not a very straight line, is it? Let's undo that. I'm going to make a straight line here. Subtract 3 from both sides. And I get 0.75 x equals 11. Right? Okay? Now what? Now what? Okay, Lizzie. Divide by 0.75. So dividing by a decimal is kind of tough, right? So I would just say do that on your calculator, okay? So you get x equals 11 divided by 0.75, and just take your calculator and divide. Let's see, who has a calculator? 11 divided by 0.75. I think I can do that. Watch me go. Watch me go. Where's my calculator down here? Let's see. See calculators? Where we go?
It'll look like something already has it waiting for you. Hunter has it. Sarah has it. People are beating me to the calculator.
What did they get?
14.66.
11 divided by 0.75 equals 14.666666. Okay? So, how many bulbs can I order? How many bulbs can I order? Yeah, can you order 14.6 bulbs? No, so even though people say round up, right? You don't have enough to pay for 15, they have to kind of go down, right? So you can only order 14 bulbs with the amount of money there.
What kind of number is 14.6666?
Yeah, what kind of number is 14.66666, Jason? Rational, nice. Yeah, perfect, good. Because it's a repeating decimal. Nice job. Okay? So, let's see if I can open all those things up. So the answer to this is 14.6, but really, you can only order 14 bulbs. So that's the thing about word problems. The answers have to make sense. It's not just a number, you know? It's not big. So your homework is right here. I kind of cut it down from what was on the other teacher's website because I thought that was a little much. Ready? So, here we go. Here we go. What is this? Shouldn't that?
Did you cut it down from 56 to 57?
What?
That's not very many columns,
Enough.
right?
What?
Is that, are you shortening that, or is that it?
No, that's it.
Oh, okay.
That, yeah, it was more than that. So page 84, 56, 67, and 1 through 21. It's